from like one of the biggest tournaments in Japan, Japanese Japanese game between Fujisawa Rina and Takemiya Masaki. This would be a really interesting game. I hope we are connected and everything works well. I hope we don't have any issues with the internet. If anyone has any questions, write them down and I will check them right over there and I will just answer them all. For this review we will be using the 15 block with the 40 block games, so I hope that everything goes well. I haven't checked the game, but I will do it now, so I hope it will be fine. So let's check it out. Alright, so I hope this will be a very interesting game. I think I will show you how my understanding it is. If any one of you has any questions, you will be just asking me, and I hope to answer. I hope that also Lila will help us learn some new things. And as you know, it is kind of always really exciting to like just review games, especially when it's about Takemiya and Masaki, and he plays one of the best women players in the whole like world. Fujisawa Rina is really strong and I'm a big fan of her. Her style is really interesting, like she likes fighting quite a lot, so I believe that this game will be definitely exciting to all of you. So I will start. If anyone has anything to ask, you can just write down your comments and I will check them out right over there. So I hope this will be a very interesting review. So now I will start. Let's see. So pretty much like a normal opening so far. And now Black plays this one. This one is a modern opening. As you know, before this, people used to actually just approach and then play something like this, or maybe something like this, or sometimes even playing something like this was fine. Although this move nowadays you cannot really see it being played so many times because people consider this one to be actually kinda a bit slow. But I totally understand people, like they kinda think that if you get this exchange, this one is good for white, because it feels like you played a move right over here, white played this and then you played this one, which is kinda passive answer. You would rather play a honey right over here or maybe honey right over there. I think both ways are totally fine. If any one of you has any questions, write them down. Hello to everybody first of all. So I hope this will be a very interesting review. So let's see. Alright, so white just approaches. I think Sansan is also an option. And then black pincers. That is looking like the best move on the board. If you just play here, white will just attach, play on the bottom. Now you can actually fight like this, I think, with this one. And after this we have a very new move. I don't know how many of you know this one, but after this we can push, but we also have this possibility. This one is not helping white, because this one, let's see, if let's say black will, let's say if he cuts, this one is a bad, but to make the explanation I have to show it. Let's say black cuts right over here. White can fight like this, but this fight is now better for white in the variation right over here. But if this tone was here and we get to the same variation with the cut, as you can see, now white cannot play a pincer because this tone is not it is not there, and it actually makes quite a big difference, this one. But anyway, this is not something that will happen in the actual game. Hello to everybody who just joined. If you have any questions, write them down and I will see them right over there. I hope everything will go well. This is a very exciting game, to me at least. I don't know about you, but I like it so much. Okay, so let's go. Let's go, let's go. Wow, this move is blue move. That's quite exciting. I would personally play this one and then play like this. And of course white, I mean, and of course white wants black to actually play this one, but then you can play like this. Push right over here, Atari here, play this move, and now black has to play there. But as you can see, white gets quite a lot of points in the corner. Hello, 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 Solomon's Crown. Interesting name, quite interesting. So that's why after this move I think black will probably play right over there. Also we have another option, we can play directly here, and after this black will most likely not play this way, because white gets quite a lot of points in the corner. So that's why after this black will most likely play over there, white will connect back, and wow, Takemiya Masaki, yes, this will be a very interesting game, I believe. Takemiya is actually playing white, so I hope it will be a nice game. I didn't check it, but we're gonna check it together, and you will see how many times I might get moves wrong, or I might get a wrong positional judgment. It's going to be interesting, definitely. So Takemiya takes actually Sansan. I didn't expect this one. I hope that white will play right over here. It's a bit... I didn't really believe that this will happen. So we get this one. So right over here we have actually a new move. In the past white always played this one, but nowadays this move becomes really popular, and I kinda like this move. It doesn't give black too many possibilities. If you play this one, and now we have this move. Also it's a new move. Usually black connects right over here, but this was the old Joseki. As you can see later, we still have a possibility of escaping. We have this move, and then also you can give up these stones because of the attachment, as you can see. Now black stones are not really feeling good. Also a lot of agi with this jump, so this shape of black is not really feeling so well. So that's why you play here. And later the only agi that is actually remaining is to actually play there. But first of all you can just capture it like this, as you can see this way. Or you can also capture like this. This is also a possibility. So yes, I think this is kind of better way. And in the worst case, if you cannot play really this move, then you can play right over here, and you can give up these stones. But that happens in very little cases, and I would doubt that this will happen exactly. So let me not spend hundreds of times, like hundreds of minutes in the opening. Let's move forward. I expected white to actually play this move. This move is really active. It doesn't help black so much, and I kinda like it because we also have a follow-up. By the way, let's say you play something, then later this move is really big, and additionally you don't make the bad exchange, so actually this stone still has a lot of agi with this kind of escaping. It's a very important question. I will answer your question just in a minute. I have seen many people, after you get a move right over here, and after this connection and this one, I always ask them, who are these exchanges better for? And some people say these exchanges are actually better for white, but that's not true, because this one stone outside is getting hurt. This connection actually hurts the one stone outside. So when you don't play this exchange, you have more possibilities of actually escaping with this one stone. So let's go to the first question. What about the 2-space black pincer? Can white play the new move there too? 2-space black pincer. Here you mean this one is 2-space. So after this we get the position. I think this move should be also possible right over there, but we have slight difference here. We have these 2 spaces, and here you might play that one as the delay is suggesting. And even if black just connects right over here, now black has to add another move. And in the other one, he didn't really need to add another move because it was not so far. But now it's kind of 2 more spaces. So let's say if he plays Tenuki, this one is really annoying, As you can see, you can even play like this, and then it's already kinda white can either make life here or just put black into a hard position. So I think in this position you can play Hane, because it's slightly different. We have one more space. So also I read in some old Joseki dictionary, I think right over here I have one. The thing is that if black adds another move, that would be too slow, and as you can see, Lila also thinks that this move is too slow. That would be 61% for white. What engine did you decide on actually using? I actually wrote it on the. It's actually displayed below the title. It is the AI special 15 block with the 40 block games. So I like this one. I didn't choose Minigo for some reason, because sometimes Minigo is too harsh. Like I play a simple move which is kinda Joseki, and it is saying it's 50%. Like it is saying that it's a 15% drop, and I'm like, what? So thanks. Yes, I heard this is a slow to defend like this. Yes, it is pretty slow. I'm trying to learn this two space pincer, but I don't know how to handle Daji from like one white stone. Like you showed, he can threaten to connect and come out easier. I think the most important thing here is that even if your opponent plays like this, you should be aware that you already have this one exchanged. Like this one in your mind, it should be already exchanged. So when you see the position, you don't see it like only these stones. You see this exchanged already, or you also see this one exchanged already. Although this one is really bad, I'm just saying that you should imagine that you have additional stones right over there. So after this position, as you can see, you can probably play also Hane, although Lila thinks that this one is 10% drop. The thing is that if you just play like this, you will let white make life on the side, but you will get outside. But the fighting one is of course this one, and then you get to push right over here and fight like this. I think you shouldn't be afraid of this fight, even if your opponent manages to make life or something like this. You shouldn't be afraid. Like you cannot kill your opponent, but you should focus on like making influence. So that is something that that actually you should be looking at. Also, it looks like this an option. I'm a bit surprised by this one. I would have never thought about this, by the way. So that's pretty surprising. Also, if you want to add another move, by the way, we have the second option here, and I would recommend this if you don't like quite a lot of Hajis. You don't lose a lot by playing here. The difference is that in the other one, if you play another move, it's really too slow, because you still have some forcing moves like this, and it's not really so well. So you can test it out like this and then play a move here. So now dodges are not really a lot, because even this you can just answer like this. So white cannot really make quite a lot of use out of this. If he just plays here, you can even push once again, connect them, or push once again and continue pushing, and at some point, as you can see, these stones are not getting quite big. So if you want to add another move and to not have quite a lot of agi, I recommend just playing here. Personally, if I get into this position, I would consider not playing this move. It's simply because later this kind of move by white, it is actually really big. And if you don't know how to actually deal with this, you would rather play a bit slow like this and add another move, but at least your move is in kind of a better position. Yes, it's so annoying. Yes, it happened to me quite a lot, but that's why I kind of stopped playing this one. Somehow really just play this one. I love it so much. It's so calm. In some positions I still play this, but as I said, if I get into this position, I would just play like this and defend. It is actually super thick. So very good explanation. Thank you. I hope I am actually explaining good. If I don't explain good, you can just ask me for additional details or like anything. I'm totally up to explain. So in this position, I would have liked white to actually play there, but seems like Takemiya don't really study a lot of bot moves. So he plays high. This is a position where I cannot really understand why do they play high, because personally I would rather play slow. But as you can see, black is developing quite good, and after you play a move right over here, you have a good follow-up like this. But if you have this one stone high, you don't have that follow-up, and that's why in this position black didn't jump. Black instead played this move. This one is also a new move, so that's a quite interesting move, and we have two ways to answer this one. No, we have even more ways. So first of all, we can connect, and after this we don't defend, because if you defend there, it is kinda looking like we have this shape, and then black played this, and you connected. How can you dare to connect it so bad? Like, it's really so bad. So that's why after a move like this, you wouldn't connect, you would play Tenuki, let's say a push right over there. So that's why you push now, and you ask your opponent, what do you want to do? And now he has a choice to actually connect, play here and defend, or play right over here, but this one will get very complicated like this, or this cut. So if you're not really studying this quite a lot, I would recommend not really playing it. So yeah, also it's possible to just defend like this, then later we still have this. So it's another possibility. What Go client do you use? This one is actually Lizzie. And Go client, do you mean a web? If you talk about where do I play on Foxy, or actually recently I don't even play because I don't have time. So I just solved Tsumego and I review games. And this one is actually Lizzie. And I thought about using Sabaki, but then I somehow decided that I will stick to Lizzie because I love the software. But next time, if you people like Sabaki more, I will just put Sabaki. It's not a problem. I'm flexible. So you use to review the game. Yes, this one is actually Lizzie, and I have a new design on the board and the stones. If people like them, you can just mail me and I will send you what is the board and the stones design. I get them from like one place, and then I photoshopped a bit, so now it is actually looking like this. Additionally, it is actually looking even better with the full screen, because I also have a background of the stones, and it is really it really has a good effect. But yeah, I like it quite a lot. Actually, this is really one of the best tools available out there, and if you want to study Go, Lizzie is really helpful. But don't believe the bot blindly, because that will be really costing you quite a lot. So always question things, don't believe too just instantly. Ask yourself questions, and if you don't understand something, better to not even play it, even if it's the best move. So this one would result into a fight. In the Chinese Go school, where I actually we studied this quite a lot, and I have to admit that I don't quite understand it. It's too complicated. I saw several lectures, and they were all different, all kind of different variations. So at some point I decided that I simply don't study this, and I skip all the variations of it. And if my opponent plays this move, I will just push once and not cut, but just play a move here. Although this one is a bit slack usually, but since I don't know the other variations, I will just play a bit more calm. Does the ladder work? Does the ladder work? As you can see, the ladder seems to be working, so it shouldn't be a problem. And even if white had another stone, we can make the ladder easier by at this point. At this point you can push once again, and now it's for sure working. So it shouldn't be a problem. But the thing is that after this your opponent would play different, I think. I'm wondering, I should have paid more attention in the classes in the school, and then I would have known this variation so well. But now it looks like a completely deep Omega 9 down level to me. E4. Why I didn't include the coordinates? I'm sorry. C, right? How is it looking now? Sorry, I forgot to include the coordinates. I totally forgot. How is it looking now? Is it better? Now we can see all the coordinates. Now it should be better. E4. Okay, we can play E4. This move? No, you cannot play that one. It's a bit too much. Black can just answer here. Now white has too many things to care about. And even if you just connect and you give this shape to your opponent, you already feel bad. Black is just too good. So this shape, in some situations, this one works, and I know what you're talking about. But yeah. Now connect. I didn't quite understand. Similar position in the Kisei match a couple of days ago, but black had f4 when he cuts. Okay, I got really... Whew, what are you guys talking about? It's a bit complex to follow. So you mean that he had this when he cut? Yeah, if you have this tone when you cut, then that is too good, in my opinion. But anyway, this was not the actual game. In the actual game, Takemiya just connected solidly. Yeah. Jumping point. I'm really sorry I got lost. I got lost a bit. I would have liked to answer. Sorry. So now black played this, and now white cannot answer. As I said, if you answer that one, it is basically like resigning, because it is kinda like you get this position, he played this, and then you connected. How you can play this kind of move? The Kisei match was slightly different. White had a stone at actually h3, and black peeped in response to the h3 invasion. Okay, it makes sense then. Okay. No, it's a no problem you answered. Thank you. I hope I answered because I really got confused. So, okay. So after this, and black got this one. As you can see later, most likely black gets this one. White's follow up here is to get this move later, because this kind of focusing in the center. So it is actually quite good. So let's see. White played this one. That's something I don't like. Takemiya, I really liked his style because he liked making center influence, making actually a big moyos, and nowadays I don't really see that, and I feel really a bit sad about that. Somehow I really liked his style exactly because of this, because he likes making a big moyos. And when somebody tell me Takemiya doesn't like territory, no, he likes territory. He likes a lot of territory. He likes territory in a bigger scale. So I really liked it because of that. So Decros is also here. Hello Decros. You're surprised in the IH. Well, the thing is that somehow I really like Takemiya playing the fourth lines and then all kind of big moyos. And nowadays he really don't even play San Rensei, and to me it's really sad because I was really a big fan of that. Hello there, CLGO. Fujisawa Rina is making the moyo here. Yeah, it's totally true. First of all, black played the high move right over here, so that one is actually already making the whole game a bit more influence oriented. When the eye showed it's inferior, but it doesn't matter that much in a human game. I have played, actually I can tell you, in the Chinese Go school, when I was trying these kind of moves, this kind of move, I lost almost every game with these Chinese little kiddos. They just beat me like so easy. I couldn't win any game with this kind of opening. But then I noticed that these Chinese kiddos don't really know how to actually play with the Sun Rensei. Then I tried Sun Rensei one game, second game, third game, fourth, fifth, and I actually won, I think, 75% of my games where I played Sun Rensei in the school, and also in the tournaments that we played in China. So I'm really happy about it. So yes, actually this I also told to Oscar and to actually Stash, and they were really having fun with me how I cannot win any game with any kid when I play any modern opening, but when I come and play some old opening, Sun Rensei, these kiddos don't know how to actually play with it. It is exactly old school, and these kiddos which are so young and they study so much of the AI, they don't really know how to answer old school things. And and it was so impressive to me. So it was so funny actually, but yeah, I actually lost to the big fat one and the English girl, and that's it. These two managed to beat me, and they are really nice ones. I like these kiddos. They are so smart. I am really impressed by them. Don't misunderstand me. These kids are really so impressive. First of all, some of them are so rich, and they come and they study whole day go, like from the morning till the night, and just repeat that a whole week, and then the other week, and then the next, and months like this. And they don't feel like they got tired. I saw that you will play in the pro qualification in Strasbourg. Yes, I think I will play there if I'm lucky. If nothing changes in the pairings, I hope I get there. I will show my best. Nice to see. Hope you will do well there. I hope so too. And even if I don't do well, I think that I will learn quite a lot. It will be really a nice experience. I thought the Chinese are so strong because they gotta become professional. Otherwise, they will start for no money. Well, actually, many of the kids maybe are not really rich, but there are some kids which are actually really rich, and it is so obvious. It's like, come on, like the cars that their families have, like the watches, the phones, like sure rich. And they come and they study whole day, like literally. They don't, like, if it's some other, probably if you see this in like Europe, maybe if you're rich you don't think that you should do that much and you should not really push that much, but these kids really try their best. It feels like they are like woke alcoholists, like really, like they really study so much. It's so impressive. I was so motivated, like when you see a kid of like 9 year old and they study from morning at 7 a.m. till like night at 11, and they don't seem tired. Come on, like that is definitely motivating. These kids love God, then when they are already so rich they don't have to move a finger for the rest of their life. Well, I'm not quite sure how many of them were rich, but I've seen some which are definitely rich, like it's really obvious. But I also heard about some which are not rich, and even there was one story which some people told me about one guy who said that if he becomes professional, then he will actually study Go, but if he don't, then he should actually stop playing Go, and he didn't become, so he had to actually stop playing Go. So many sad actually stories. In China in China they put a lot of emphasizes on the education. Rich just means they have more money to actually invest in education. Yes, exactly. I think there is something like this, and these kids really try so much. So somehow it changed the whole way I was thinking, and it was really motivating. Like when somebody asked me what was the most impressive thing or something like this, or what changed your mind there, it was just seeing these people fighting for that what they want so hard. Like it was really so motivating, and these kids really take these games so serious. Even though it is a school games, it's just so weird. Like it is not even a tournament, you know. it is just a school games, and even if you lose all games this cycle, you can just win it in the next one. But they take it serious. What part of China did you actually study in? I was in the Beijing. I was in a Beijing in the Sigo. Yeah, I was there for 2 months and half. So I didn't study that much. I had to be there for like 6 months, but since my high school is having some issues with me, they helped me quite a lot. But it's the last year, so they cannot really manage to let me study 6 months there. Although I had it everything for like 6 months paid, but I had to leave. So it was not really possible to actually stay for more than 2 months and a half. I would like to actually I would like to actually study in China. I speak some basic Mandarin. Great. If you manage, that would be really good for you. There are so many schools, and you will definitely learn so much. I actually stayed only 2 months and a half, and I even had to go to the Hong Kong Association because I screwed up my visa, so I had to actually fly, and there was the typhoon, so I had to fly on the night of the typhoon in Hong Kong with the level 10, with their maximum level 10 of the whatever it is of the red flag or whatever. Everything was so windy, nothing worked. It was so horrible, and it was so nice experience. Actually, it was so brutal. Yeah, it was. It was brutal. Like really, it was literally all of the flights after my flight like all flights were cancelled after my flight. So I was so lucky to actually catch my flight and to get to the Hong Kong actually airport. And there I had to actually take a taxi because nothing else worked. So I took a taxi, and that taxi charged me, let me count it, 95 euro, I think. It was so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Or 80 euro, I don't know, 85 euro, 95, it doesn't matter. It is above 50 euro for a taxi. I never spent that much. It was so ridiculous. And he said that he should overcharge me because it is the typhoon night. So they don't have the insurance or whatever. It was the worst stupid thing that happened to me, but I cannot tell him, no, you cannot overcharge me, because he will just leave me on the you know, outside was so crazy. Nothing was working for like 2 days. People were only inside. Outside was so crazy. You cannot even go outside. Yeah, because of simple visa issue. But anyway, let's continue. So now Fujisawa actually enters the Sansan invasion we have over here. Oops, sorry. We have Sansan invasion. Nice. So now you can see